Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new day. This is the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, founder of zoneofgenius.com. We have an exciting episode for you today. I got some advice from Hala Taha when I talked to her about success and when you go higher and higher and higher and how challenging it gets. I'm going to talk to you about what some things she told me about. Number two, we're going to talk about, is your branding so fancy that nobody knows what you do? Some lessons, residual lessons from the Super Bowl that we just had here in the USA. Distraction and lack of focus, by the way, often keep us from being clear and making a great pitch. We're going to talk about that and the power of human connectivity in an AI world and headlines from the news of the day today. Listen, it's great to be here. Glad you're here today. We have a brand new, amazing episode for you, and I hope your day is going well, whether you're hearing this on Friday morning at 7 a.m. when we go live, or you're one of our many listeners watching this on YouTube, on Spotify, clips and reels across social platforms and more. We're glad you're here today. I want to remind you this very special episode is brought to you by our friends at Bitdefender. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, do me a favor, tag Bitdefender. Let them know you're listening to the Rundown with Ramon, especially if you're listening or seeing this on Instagram or Twitter. You can just hit @ and tag them, let them know. But here's the bottom line with Bitdefender. We want to make sure your business is safe and secure. You lock your home, you lock the door of your house, you lock your car door, beep, beep. Are you making sure your business is safe and secure? Go to bitdefender.com, bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com/Ramon, and make sure that you've installed the software on your tablet, on your phone, on your computer, on your servers, and more to make sure that your business is safe and secure. Welcome to a brand new edition. So glad to have you here today. Alexandria Nicole, EYG Events. I am honored, Alexandria, that you see fit to join me in the Rundown with Ramon. Thanks for your consistency, your beautiful smile, and more. Blessings to you and your family today, by the way. Thanks for being here. This is the Rundown with Ramon. We'll start in about 11 seconds. Let's go. I would like you to look up an amazing human, Hala Taha. I had not heard of Hala Taha until my friends at Bitdefender, they connected me to her for some work that we started doing together. Hala Taha is one of the top podcasters in the world, one of the top LinkedIn influencers with gazillions of followers, and she produces podcasts for many of the top creators that you probably know and follow. So she's a podcaster. She has an amazing show called Young and Profiting, and she produces the podcast for others. I posted in her school group the challenges I'm having with growth. And I mentioned to her that at every stage of growth, there are challenges, but the challenges change. As you grow in business, some of the challenges you change, which is expected, which is natural, which should be the case, is maybe who do you hire? Do you have the right team? Do you have the right systems and procedures that are happening? Are you looking at your cash flow? Are you onboarding your clients the right way? And all these things. And here's the advice that Hala Taha, what she told me. If you know Hala Taha, definitely look her up and let her know Ramon is saying her name, Hala Taha, Taha. Here's what she told me. Ramon, the more successful you get, the more opportunities. But beware of the lady in the sexy red dress. You need to start saying no more often and prioritizing differently. Really think about the opportunities that will set you up best for a long-term success instead of the short wins. For instance, I decided to postpone writing a book for 2 years now, even though I had book deal offers from major publishers without even needing to pitch them first. I decided to focus growing my company because I felt that was more important than the sexy idea of writing a book. And I 3x'd my business in that time. That is fire advice from Hala Taha. And I knew this already. We know we have to prioritize. We know we have to delegate more. We know we have to say no more. But sometimes you need that reminder. because I launch a brand new series of events, Genius Talks, around the world, not just around the country. I'm feeling a bit of overwhelm. As Ramon Office Hours grows, I enjoy my coaching. I enjoy my clients. What's up, Malika? I enjoy it, but the growth, sometimes you have to build new strategies to serve the clients you have and to be ready to receive the others. So as I build a coaching business, it's not easy. As the Ramon Ray brand sponsorships grow, I'm blessed for the opportunities that I have. I'll be going to India, be going to Romania, be going around the country. I'm blessed, but it's also not easy. It's challenging. And so I need to learn, how do I say no? How do I delegate? How do I prioritize? One thing I just did just now for one of my team members, I just gave them their own email. I should have given their own email earlier, but they're so good, doing so much. They'll be integrated more in my team. He now has his own email, my company branded email. And I don't do that for all team members. I give them a bit of a probation period at first to see how they're working out. But I realize he needs that. It just works better. And so as we grow, as we scale, as we get to the next level in what you're doing, you'll find the problems. I don't mind using the word problem, but some people, Ramon, use a different word. Or the challenges, the opportunities will change and be different. I'm thinking, wow, if I'm flying to India, I'll be on the plane for hours. Who's managing different things while thinking ahead of time? Because that's going to take several minutes of time away. As I'm the talent, as I'm doing more stage time, who's going to be thinking of what's ahead for my business? Do you know I have 3 back-to-back big engagements in 1 week in October in 3 different cities? Well, 2 different cities, but 3 different venues. It's huge. Let me pause, and I want to see how this resonates with you. Are you finding that as you grow, as you scale doors, as you grow, as you scale Malika, as you grow, as you scale Denny, Russ, good to see here, as you grow, as you scale Alexandria, are you finding you have to learn how to say no, when to say no, and how to prioritize? Good morning to you, Doris. Glad you're here on the Rundown with Ramon show. Malika Starr, thank you for being part of the Ramon office hours. Appreciate you investing in yourself and being here. Denny Russ, thanks for showing up and your consistency, man. How you show up. Appreciate you so much. Iana Musical Web, happy Friday to you as well. Everybody, when we go through new seasons, when we experience new opportunities of growth, we have to also change. We also have to have a different mindset. We also have to be able to experience things differently. This is important. Are we ready to go to the next level? Are we ready to experience something different in our businesses? Because if we're ready to experience something in our businesses, we're ready to get to the next level, and I focus on business, then that means we also have to be able to change. We also have to be able to adapt. Ramon Ray can't sing. He's the Steve Harvey. He's the Kevin Hart. He's the Talahaha. He's the Lamar Tyler of small business, of entrepreneurship, if he's also not changing and able to grow with it and scale with it. Ramon also has to change. That means you also have to be able to change and adapt and adopt to new things. It's a must, or you won't be able to grow. That's facts. And I'm sharing with you my journey. I see things changing in my business. The brand deals that I'm on the cusp of, it's going to change how I operate. Doing a daily show and having commitments to a TV show, that's huge, people. I can't be little boy Ramon much longer. As I'm asked to do events in other countries, in Bucharest, Romania, and Hyderabad, India, Mumbai, India, and beyond, I have to change the playbook of what I'm doing. I have to make sure I have the right people on my team to help scale and grow this. This is the question of the day. Are we ready? Because new opportunities bring new challenges. New opportunities bring new challenges. And the question is, are you built for it? Can you handle it? I don't know. I'm not one of these that are the cheering squad of everybody. Yeah, everybody can do it. No, I'm not saying that. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't scale and do it. I don't know. But I hope you can, because I know, as I think of, I wonder, can I do it? Is this too much for me? By God's grace, his power within me, I believe and I hope that I can. I believe I can fly. Something like that. Alexandria's jumping in here. Love it. Alexandra Nicole of EYG Events, Elevate Your Growth, says, I have a core set of fundamentals that I cross-reference with my schedule to ensure that opportunities align my values and availability prior to committing. That's powerful. I love it. I need to do the same. Some days, Alexandra, my biggest challenges, I say yes, 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 grabbing, especially for something that's monetary of value. And then I'm back to the slog and being overwhelmed. Doris says, I'm only saying yes to the things that align with my vision. No extra noise. Doris, I love that. I love that. I love that. And I have the problem of doing that. I say yes to too many things and have a lot of noise in my life sometimes. But as I'm honing in on the 4 core areas of the Ramon brand, the events we produce, Genius Talks, and our New York City Conference and Awards, Ramon Office Hours, our coaching and mentorship service for entrepreneurs, the brand sponsorship deals that I have, working with some of the best brands in the world to help them reach entrepreneurs, and then Ramon speaking, these are things I'm working on. What about you? There's something else I'm working on. That's these ashy hands. Man alive. I don't mind ashy hands per se, but I mean, it just feels a bit dry. So live on the air, it's time to put on a bit of lotion, man. Come on now. My hands just felt a bit crusty and rusty and dusty. Come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's point 1. Let's move on to some other stuff today. See where we're going, other content. Let me get my hands all dried up here before I touch my mouse and gum it all up. Ding, 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 ding. Meta is launching Dear Algo personalization tool on Threads. AI is still on the move. Those of you who are using Threads, I'm curious, who is using Threads actively? Put Threads in the chat. Who's not using Threads at all? Put NT for not Threads. Curious who's using Threads or who's not. Threads users who wish they could alter the algorithm that fills their feeds now have a solution. Just ask. Meta this week unveiled an artificial intelligence feature called Dear Algo that allows Threads users to add or subtract topics from their timeline for 3 days, simply by starting a public prompt with those words and then requesting changes. A Meta spokesman told CNBC the company was inspired by posts including that phrase. That option is live in the US, UK, Australia, and New Zealand. This is minor maybe, but isn't it nice to be able to put a prompt and say, hey, I don't want to follow anything at all about politics, or I would like to follow the Olympics, and Threads will adjust the algorithm and feed you more content based on what you want. Now, you can do this already in Instagram and other platforms just by what you click. You click on fast cars or follow Threads for fast cars. It kind of knows already what you're looking at, what you want to see. It'll feed that to you already. But now Threads is saying you can do that proactively. I'm loving it. Love it, love it, love it. Alexandra Nicole, love here, my co-host. Overwhelm is data that informs us that we may need to respectfully decline or delegate in more areas of our business. I love that. Just on our quick poll here, it looks like Malika Starr is using Threads. Interesting, Malika. Would love to hear more about that later on. And Doris is saying, no, she's not a Threads user. I don't use it actively either. I use it just, I'm a techie and I wanted to see how it was. But my main tools indeed are Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter by default. I scan that. That's still an important platform for me. Many of the tech journalists and others are there. And more, those are my main platforms. Hey, Trisha Rue is here. Glad you're here, Trisha Rue. Sending you a big hug today, Trisha. Glad you're here today. Ding, 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 ding. Next up, I wrote something on LinkedIn. If you haven't seen that yet, I encourage you to go to LinkedIn and look at about my 3rd post, which starts with AI scares me. And I think what I'm going to take the time to do is read this to a degree. Actually, I'm not going to read it. I'm going to talk about it. LaShawn, glad you're here, LaShawn. Gentleman had a long form post, which in short talked about how AI is scary and AI could rule the world very soon. AI could be more intelligent than humans very quickly and doing more things than we can imagine. This is what the post was about. It's gotten millions and millions of views, and you can look at it. It's by Matt Schumer, Schumer. Some of these posts go viral. It's nothing new, but what he said, his perspective seems to have grabbed the internet zeitgeist. And here's my response to the fear about AI. One, there's really nothing that any of us can do about it. Where AI goes is in the hands of a few venture capitalists, programmers, researchers, and those who are leading the charge at Google, Anthropic, Claude, Microsoft, other big players that are really pushing the AI boundaries and giving us the tools. It's in their hands. Possibly the government can take action. The government's always the biggest player in the room as well. But right now, as the AI narrative is so nascent and new, it's in the hands of a few, way beyond any of our pay grades. Nothing we can do about it. Because I know we're not going to say, I'm not going to use it. But here is what I'm leaning into and what I encourage you all to lean into as well, the in-person experience. When I see the people who are leveraging Genius Talks, signing up for Genius Talks, I'm heartened. I don't live in Atlanta. People are already signing up for Genius Talks Atlanta. I don't live in Romania, but I'm doing events in Romania. I don't live in Hyderabad, India, but I'm doing events in Hyderabad, India. So what my encouragement to you today, Malika, to you today, Trisha, to you today, Doris, and many others who are watching us today on demand or live, focus on being human. What are the events that you should be attending to give a handshake to somebody and meet them and get to know them better in person? What are the events that maybe you should be producing, you should actually be doing that can make an impactful difference on what you're doing? What are the events you should be doing? This is my challenge of you today. Yes, AI is growing and is only going to continue. This is for sure. Technology is on the move. Bigger than the Industrial Revolution, people say, bigger than electricity, bigger than all these things, even though we needed these things to be where we are today. AI is the first thing that I see that really can compete head to head with humans. We don't like to say it, but it's a fact. It's a fact. So my point, as Trisha Rue is saying, talking about Genius Talks, lean into in-person experiences. Now, I get to cheat on this in a way. As a motivational keynote speaker, the best of the best, I go to a lot of events. I attend a lot of events. I'm paid to be at events where I speak and host events. Creative Con, I'll be there in just a week or two. In Chicago, Creative Con with an 8, creativecon.com. I'll be there. Or you have this event, Scale with Stability, where John Maxwell will be. I'll be hosting that with Daryl Eves and so many others. Scale with Stability Summit in Arkansas coming up here in April. I know Alexandra Nicole does a number of events, Elevate Your Growth. You can see her events at EYGevents.com. The in-person experience is amazing. You have, of course, our Genius Awards and Conference coming up this fall. Well, we'll be producing and putting together this in-person live experience in New York City, bringing people together. You have, of course, our series of events, Genius Talks. You can go to zoneofgenius.com/Genius Talks and see that whole event series that we're putting together. So the question of the day for us is that will we be stuck scrolling and scrolling and scrolling? Will we be stuck on reels and reels and reels? Will that we be doing? Or as LaShawn is amplifying, will instead we say yes to the technology, yes to AI, but and let me dive into and invest the time, not just the money, the time to the in-person experiences and building relationships with other people. This is my message of the day today. This was an in-person experience, but as I invest time and work more with Alexandria in her platform, as she brings people together on a monthly basis. 3 of us were together on a call that she had, and it's not the amount of people. There could have been 30 people, could have been 300, but Alexandria is like high level, and she only brings high level people with her. And so I said, let me invest and be part of her circle as well. It's the in-person, or if you have to, the virtual human-to-human experience. Trisha, actually, I do-ish. Genius Talks New York. I'm hiring an in-person person there as I travel around. I don't have the budget yet, but yes. Trisha, I'm telling you, as I do more and more, think of my October. I'll be hosting 600 people in Excel Summit for Men. I'll be hosting 500 people or more with Entrepreneur. I'll be hosting Manhattan Chamber of Commerce, about 200-person event, all in the month of just October. Are you hearing that, Trisha? That's a lot. Do I need somebody to take some photos and video of me personally? As I have opportunity to promote office hours, do I need somebody to hand out flyers and talk about remote office hours? Sure. Let's consider it. Let's see what happens. Everybody, before we end, let me get up to one of my favorite parts of the day. Alexandria Nicole asked the question of the day, brought to you by EYG Events. What are you unwilling to let fail and why? Alexandria always asks these amazing questions. It causes me to think, but I want you all to think of this for yourself about what are you willing to let fail and why? Or, said the way she said it, what are you unwilling to let fail and why? Here's a few things that I hope I'm unwilling to let fail by God's grace. And I may surprise you all. I don't know. We'll see. Because this is not focused on business, what came to my mind first. I'm a very, very healthy male. Think about that. We grown folk, very healthy male. With all the maleness of being a male, filled of testosterone and what God makes me male, or what, the natural of our minds and souls makes us male. I'm a very healthy male. But the one thing, Alexandria, that by God's grace I'm unwilling to let fail is my marriage. So when I travel, when I go out, sure, I can be just like the next guy to a degree, appreciating this, appreciating that. Sure. But I'm unwilling to cheat on my wife, unwilling to be unfaithful to my wife, unwilling to get myself in a compromising position, unwilling to be not be careful. Now, do I have to be careful? Sure. But do I have temptation? Sure. But you ask me, Alexandria, getting all about my business. So that's one thing I'm unwilling to let fail, is to compromise my marriage. By God's grace, 32 years, it's easy to say it now, of course, because I'm a sinful, regular, carnal man. Just no better than David. No better than billions of other men in the world. But by God's grace, that's one thing I don't want to fail. And part of it is because of my commitment to God, first and foremost. Second, my commitment to her, what an amazing woman she is. And third, as I get older, Alexandria, thinking of the people who are counting on me. I'm a Sunday school teacher. I teach in a small private school. The legacy of my parents, my mother just died on Christmas Day. My father died 26 years earlier. Thousands of people between the two were at their funerals. That legacy, and the legacy in my church, and then I have the legacy of my business community, Trisha, Alexandria, and more, Malika, and more. So that's one thing I don't want to fail. Second thing is the commitment and standard of living that I have here that I built with my family. It's tough building a business. It's tough at times in seasons generating revenue. Forget cash flow, just generating revenue. But yeah, that's one thing I don't want to fail. I want to keep building a Zone of Genius, keep building the Ramon Ray brand to provide the life for me and my wife as we go into different seasons of life. Our golden years, whatever you call it, but also for generational wealth, generational legacy for my family, my nieces, my nephews, my 2 children, my grandchildren, and their families, and even for friends and family. Friends and other business partners and business ways that I can invest in. So my question to you all as well, what are you unwilling to let fail? Question by Alexandria Nicole. Great question. What are you unwilling to let fail? Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you so much. Ron Harvey's here. Ron, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon, man. Glad you're here, brother. Love how you show up. Thanks for being here. But I want us all to ask you, I want all of you to ask that question. I'll see you on Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I do try to schedule the Rundown with Ramon. So those of you, if you show up and I'm not here, because I couldn't be here that day. Denny Rust is jumping in here and saying, yeah, Denny Rust echoes that as well, as we're on that bus of doing our best to be faithful. It's not easy, but we're on that bus to do that. Hope that resonated with you. And listen, if you're here, listening to me live, thank you for engaging. Thanks for being in the comments. But even if you're listening to it on demand, in the recorded session, comment, share, like, let me know you appreciate it. Do me a favor, whatever platform you're on, share out this particular episode right here. Share out this episode and let me know how that may have made you feel, how that may have made you impactful. Thank you, Alexandra Nicole, for asking a question. I appreciate you 100%. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm encouraging you. Many of you are saying right now, Ramon, I want you to coach me. Many of you are saying, Ramon, I want you to mentor me. Or many of you are saying, Ramon, you've built this, done that. Your expertise is personal branding, marketing, and sales. You've written 5 books, Ramon. You've been on stages with Simon Sinek, Seth Godin, Lisa Nichols, Gary Vaynerchuk. You're one of the best MCs, one of the best keynote speakers in the world. You go live all the time. You're on social media all the time. You've dialed in who your customer is. You have brand sponsorships, Ramon. Can you help me? Yes, I can. Check out Ramon Office Hours. Ramon Office Hours is my new, well, it's no longer new, coaching program, a mentorship program for business experts, entrepreneurs, authors, speakers, and others who are saying, Ramon, I want to get to the next level, and I see what you're doing, and I want to be more around you. I want to be able to ask you questions to help me grow and get to the next level. I invite you to join me at RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com. And don't forget, just go to zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com, sign up so you don't miss out on amazing content like this every single day. This is a brand new day. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'm signing off, going to the gym, I think. Be blessed, be well, and I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for being here.